Okay, all you wonderful, beautiful people, welcome to Unity of Santa Barbara this morning. If you'll all take your seats. We're so glad to see you, all those beautiful, shining faces, especially you. My name is Russ Chafin. I'm going to be your platform host this morning. I'm going to share the platform with our good friend, Reverend Heidi Alfrey. Yeah. And then this morning we have the wonderful, beautiful, terrific, always beautiful Unity singers. There they are, in purple except for me. And we have our band on piano. We have our music director, Noreen Brockie, Randy Tico on bass, and Renee Martinez on the drums. So thank you all for being here this morning. So, some of you may know I love change. And so there is a lot of change happening here at Unity of Santa Barbara, and I'm excited. We are in the process with the board and the guidance of Dr. Gary Simmons, moving into the integral music. That's going to happen too, but the integral ministry program, which basically means that we're going to be moving away from what we've done forever, the minister-centric model, where everything's focused on the minister, and the minister, if we like the minister, then everything's great, and if we don't like the minister, everything is, you've been there. We're going to move away from that into a mission-centric model, which means that we come here to do and be everything that supports our mission, why this place, why Unity of Santa Barbara has come here to be, and all the things that we can do to support that. That's the ministry-centric, the mission-centric model. So it's going to be a long process. We take little tidbits of time here to kind of keep the education going. If any of you have any questions about that, please ask the board members. We're all taking classes. Some of the people on the staff and some other folks are taking the introduction to this class, and it's really exciting. It's really great stuff. Love, love, love it. And one of the things that we have is a new evolutionary purpose statement. And that is that we are transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in the world. We do have a slide for that. And well, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to have us say this together. Let's put "we are" in front of that. So together, we are transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in our world. So I'd like for you to really, every week that we say this, and during the week, be thinking about how you are transforming. What is transforming in your life, and how has Unity of Santa Barbara helped you do that? And what can you do to make a positive difference in the world? Something for you to kind of think about and put into the hopper and see what comes out. Exactly. Unity of Santa Barbara is a place of peace, and we light the peace candle every week to remind ourselves of the peace that is within us and the peace that we want to shine into the world, the peace that passes all understanding. Okay, let's join together and speak the first unity principle, which is: there is only one presence and one power, active in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And now we have a video clip honoring our history. We've been here, Unity of Santa Barbara, for over 100 years. And the Unity movement also, right around that time, co-founded by Charles and Myrtle Fillmore. And here is Myrtle reciting the prayer of faith. She's thinking about it. They're getting it ready. Okay, well, why don't we go on? And the prayer of faith is God is my help in every need. God helps me, all my hunger feeds, and God guides me along my way. And that's just a little bit of it, so there you go. And, okay, Myrtle, thank you very much. So now I'm going to invite Unity Singers up, and we're going to sing our opening song. I'm choosing heaven today. Who are standing, please greet your neighbors. Okay. I love all this love going on in the room here. If y'all would take your seats, One last hug. All right. So this brings us to the daily word. And this daily word actually was yesterday's daily word, but it is so perfect. We're going to do world peace. My loving thoughts, words, and actions contribute to world peace. Divine love is my very essence. I draw from this inner source to lay a foundation of love in my heart, and on this foundation, I build a house of peace, compassion, and acceptance. Ooh is right. Peace, compassion, and acceptance. I invite others into this house through my kind words and my kind actions. I live in an awareness that all people are divine. What a thought. All people are divine, right? All deserve respect and a channel to express their true selves. I view the people of the world as my neighbors. And we may look, we may talk, or we may believe differently, but it is this diversity that fills the world with beauty. I radiate divine love to all and gratefully receive the love that returns to me. This exchange is the basis of lasting peace. Together, one word, one smile, one act of compassion at a time, we build a peaceful world. And from Romans 12:18, if it is possible, so far as it depends on you, live peacefully with all. So let's take just a moment to take that into our hearts. You can close your eyes if you want to. This is a really important idea. Divine love is my very essence. My loving thoughts, my loving words, and my loving actions contribute to world peace. And so it is. Okay, so now is the time that we welcome all of our in-person and our online guests. As you know, we've been doing our online presence for quite a while, and we are really grateful for huge response all across the country, all across the world. We have people visiting our website and being with us on Sunday mornings. Sometimes there are as many as 400 people online, which is quite amazing. So welcome to all you online folks. We love you and we appreciate you spending time with us on Sunday morning. If you are online, leave some comments and let us know where you are from and how all of these teachings are affecting you. And you can share the link to our videos. Go to unitysb.org. You can go up to the top and click on videos, and then live streams are the next thing down that you can click on, and it'll take you right there. We have quite a library. Just about everything that we're doing here now is getting videotaped, so amazing things are on the website. And I want to especially welcome any new guests that are here this morning. If you are, would you raise your hand or stand? Any new guests? We have some up here and over here. Whoa. Okay, well, thank you for being here this morning. We love that you chose to spend some time with us. You just received a packet of information about Unity, and if you will follow someone out to the welcome table, we have some other goodies for you to look at. We'd like for you to sign up with your emails so we can send you information about what's happening here at Unity of Santa Barbara. And the best part is today, lunch is on us for all you newcomers. So go up to the table and let them know you're a first timer, and they will serve you lunch. So that's pretty great. Okay, Unity believes in positive prayer, the power of positive prayer. And so we do have some prayer chaplains. I see one. Any other prayer chaplains besides Catherine? We have, okay. Thank you. And at least Catherine will be up front here if you'd like to meet her after service, and she will pray with you if you'd like that. Or you can fill out a prayer card in the atrium there. Somebody can show you where that is, and we will pray for you on it from that card for 30 days. And we also have our Shirley Campbell. We have our Shirley Campbell Chapel that is here open today and throughout the week for you to spend some quiet time, meditation, prayer. It's a beautiful space to do that. Okay, so let's join together for our community blessing. Together, this space is a sanctuary of peace where hearts are open and souls are set free. We grow in love, rooted in purpose, and uplifted by spirit. Bless Unity of Santa Barbara, today, tomorrow, and always, in all ways. Namaste. And now Thomas Robinson will come up and lead us in our meditation song, Blessing to the World, in preparation for our meditation.
This is a very simple song, 3 verses. The lyrics are very simple. It was written by Karen Drucker and David Bruner, and we've sung several songs of Karen's over the years that you're very familiar with probably without knowing that she's the one who composed it. But they included some notes with the song, and the notes say how we're to sing it. And there are 3 verses, and the first verse is you are the heart, and goes on from there. And as we sing the first verse, the instruction is to look across the sanctuary at somebody or someone over there and say and tell them, sing to them, you are the heart, and you are the hands, and you are the voice of spirit on earth, and like that. And the second verse is we, and so we look at each other and we sing it as a community. And the last verse is I am the heart, and goes on from there, and we go inside and connect with ourselves. And we can close our eyes, put your hand on your heart, and the part that says, and I am a blessing to the world. Get in touch with that and know that. So make this, take this with you, do it now, and have it be with you for the rest of the day. So that's what I invite you to do. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and all you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are
with that energy. Thomas explained it so well, to see the gift in one another and then see the gift that we are as a community, and then to recognize what individually the gifts that you bring to this world. Our opportunity when we come to meditate is not to do, but to be. And we've often become very familiar with our doingness and who we need to present ourselves to be, or how we talk about ourselves to explain ourselves to others. But actually, being a blessing to the world is the nature of you. One of the best ways to bring forth that feeling of the blessing of you is to consider yourself as a young child. See yourself as that young child that you were. And experience the freedom that you felt in moments as that young being. Perhaps noticing smells or touching things, smelling things and tasting things. And the idea of being so alive without our doingness. So I invite you in recognizing that you are the heart, the hands, the body, the voice, the smile. That's what you bring. So let's sit in our completeness together as we recognize the blessing that we are, by recognizing the gentleness, the kindness, the ease, and the sweetness that is within all of us. Bring your attention to this breath, to bring attention to the air coming in your nose and filling your lungs. When we bring our mind to this moment, which is so clearly experienced by paying attention to our breath, we really truly relax into being the blessing just because we are. Jesus invited us to put down our burden and be refreshed. Not to carry our burden and talk about it a lot, but actually to put it down and be refreshed. So we've spent this sacred time together, just in silence, feeling the blessing that we are to the world. And that is how it is. And so it is. Amen.
We're going to do the we verse. We are the heart. We are
the voice of spirit. Good morning. And thank you to the Unity Singers. Can we give them another hand? And Noreen Brokey, let's give her a big hand. So I really want to honor you all, the Unity Singers. I don't know, but I do know how much time you all spend together going over things, and Noreen is always in touch with me. What should we sing, and what's the message? And it's a huge amount of effort and energy, and so I want to do the harmony. It's such a blessing that you all give everyone that listens to you. So thank you all so much. It's huge. It's really huge. And today I'm going to talk about losing your mind. Yes, and part of the way we lose our mind, one of the ways is music, and Noreen sent me something about choral music, that it is essential for our communities, for our world to experience this kind of harmony, but then that you all stand together and experience something that we don't. And being in a choral group is a tremendous blessing to yourself vibrationally, but it also is something that we need as a culture, for people to be together singing, whether it's, Unity Singers, people all over the world, but we really can miss some really important parts of our community because maybe that wasn't our education, and that's part of what we're going to talk about today, is how to lose your mind in good ways, Yeah, because we see some of our artists, right? I see this all the time. The artists that are we appreciate their artistry, but maybe they were called crazy during their life. That's just a ridiculous thing. So we want to, if we're going to lose our mind, let's be able to lose it in a way that we also get to use our talents. So that's what we're up to today, is to talk about how to lose our mind in a greater, where our mind is something that is perhaps the way that we were trained, the way that we have believed about the world. And when we start to have these moments of sort of suspension of your own identity of yourself, it's really good for you. It's really an amazing place. That's really why we come together, to be more free in our mind. So we can go out in the world and we don't have to get so surprised by people that cut us off in traffic, or are surprised by things when people say something that you go, oh, I might not have acted like that or said something, but I don't have to react, right? Because my mind's calmer. It's more open, it's more expansive. So today, my name's Heidi Allfrey, and I'm a Unity minister. I used to be the minister here during the time of COVID, which was very exciting. And actually, the first person I ever spoke to at Unity of Santa Barbara was this guy. So Russ and I know each other well, and he picked me up at the airport, and he asked the question that a lot of us Unity people ask. He goes, so what are we going to do? It is COVID, and what are we going to do? And I said, I know we're going to create something great. And we have, and it's always a we. It's always a we. We didn't know how to do AV. I don't think it was all that popular before COVID. I mean, it was, but we didn't really use it much. Everybody just came to church, right? And then all of a sudden, everybody was home. Is this working? Because I really just put this on because I didn't have my hair ironed this morning. But are we good? Can y'all see my face? Okay, all right. All right, yes, oh yes. Me and my hat tricks. But the main point of our world is that this has transpired since I came here. Our AV booth, we have 3 very talented people that are in the audiovisual world over there. Yes, Jim and Bent and Michael. But it's different. You love change, Russ? Really? Do we really love change? Because I personally love it when something works and we don't have to touch it again. That's my favorite thing. And But it's an interesting dynamic. And some days you may love change and some days you don't. But this is why Benjamin Franklin said, when he would encounter people, he'd say, what has become clear to you since last we met? That's a pretty open-minded experience, right? What has become clear to you since last we met? And it's so much about what have you been doing or how are you feeling. It's kind of like what has become clear to you. Now, we know Benjamin Franklin was one of our greatest diplomats. And the reason he was is because he went over to England, and he got to know the people there. He got to know the people in France. He partied a lot too. But the point was, he really learned, he was a diplomat because he understood the ways of people, and he understood people. And that was his gift. And it wasn't like you got on a plane and went over there and nobody had a phone. He got on a boat like 2 weeks. It wasn't like, see you soon, or what's going to happen to my dog, or I'll be gone in a week. It wasn't like that. It was a major commitment to, let's say, losing his mind from how he saw the world. So the talk here is to lose your mind, come lose your mind, and find your soul. Because you will find that as you experience things and as you really listen to what you're drawn to, you will have a greater experience with yourself. And at the end of the day, at the end of this journey that is your life, the main person you want to have a good relationship with is who? You. Yeah, right? So that's the thing. I didn't know that. I really thought it was like to have the best relationship with a boyfriend or my mother or, whoever it was. I wanted to have a better relationship with them than with myself, because this one's kind of tricky. This one, the relationship with yourself, is where we get to look at, gosh, I would have liked to have said that differently. Gosh, I wish I would quit reacting to that. And what we're going to learn today is this isn't a place of beat me up. You could go to another community church situation for that, and most of you have been there. That really doesn't help, because the experience is, how am I a blessing to the world? And that's just a great question to sit with. And it might be picking up trash in the park when you walk by it. Or it might be, I love to sing, and let me put my time into being part of a choral group. Or, this is, where am I drawn? And that's your question. What is drawing me forward? Because Oprah says we can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are. Okay, and this is not an effort, right? Because we get a lot of efforting in this culture. You gotta, stick with it and don't ever give up, and and it's like, yeah, but I'm miserable. We don't care. Are you making good money? Keep going. Or does everybody need you? Are you feeling needed? It's like, ugh. So you'll find that you might be getting tired of the way you treat yourself. My book was going to be, Don't Be Mean to Yourself Anymore, an autobiography, right? So we are really learning how to lighten up. This is a great soul I am. Anyway, yes, this is a great soul I am. Why don't we say that together? This is a great soul I am. Yeah, so it's really an interesting experience to let go of what you used to be. And some of you have retired, or you're maybe doing less of this thing that you thought you were. And boy, does that give you some information about who you are, right? You're nodding, because it's a weird journey to this is who I am, to, there's more to me. And maybe getting older, I may have some perspective that I didn't have before, right? I mean, the things that you did in your 20s and 30s, you're not doing today, right? Because it's like, that wasn't as joyful as I thought. Okay, so did anyone ever say to you, have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind? And most of the time, when somebody said that to you, you were probably doing something, you were having fun. You were probably doing something that was out of the usual thing of your family or your way of living. Have you lost your mind? And probably as a kid, you'd like to say, I'm trying to forget whatever drama's going on today. I'm just trying to be me. So we're going to ask you to do things in this conversation that might feel a little out of your usual realm of being, but you might experience something more. I've hung around with the Buddhists a bit in my life, and they always talk about meditation and being quiet and all this stuff nobody talked about in my family. And one of the things I had on my doorknob for many years was, it says, don't just, because everybody said, don't just sit there, do something. Y'all hear that? So this one says, don't just do something, sit there, right? So we're sitting together. I'd like to really let we all know we're having this conversation together. And if any of you came up and told stories about what you've gone through, we've all been going through these things. We all age. We all have similar things. Joy might show up in different ways for us, but we know what it feels like to be drawn to something, a book you want to read or an experience you want to have, that's what we want to follow. You might have also been criticized when we think of mind for daydreaming, right? Daydreaming, one of the best things you could do. Or somebody might have called you absent-minded. And this is what G.K. Chesterton says. He says, I'm not absent-minded. It is the presence of mind that makes me unaware of everything else. Isn't that great? I love it. You know, so if somebody says you're absent-minded, oh, no, I'm just paying attention to something else, but everything else isn't important to me because I'm here being focused, right? So it's a very different way for us to look at our mind. All right, so we're talking about sort of training our mind toward joy, toward, you know, when you're walking along and you see a flower, you don't go, oh, I'll just look at it later. Stop. Check out that flower. It's there for you. It's there for you. You know, this whole world is here for us, and somehow we are not paying attention to some of the things that are there for us. Here's a quote from Lao Tzu. He says, if you want to awaken all of humanity, then awaken all of yourself. If you want to eliminate suffering in the world, then eliminate what is dark and negative in you. Truly, the greatest gift you have to give is that of your own self-transformation. So if anybody's looking at you at some point, you know, or you show up and somebody expects a gift from you, you can say, oh, you have my self-transformation. That's your gift. Your gift is that I like myself better so I can be nicer to you. You know, it's a weird thing to say, but it's true. Isn't it true? The better I feel, the kinder I can be. So that's your gift. It was hard. You're welcome, right? That's the gift. That's what we want to say to people. Because we're evolving as souls. You know, we are evolving, and my parents are now in spirit. But then it started to, I got to really look at what is my relationship with my siblings or this or that because of the story I had that perhaps I wasn't able to lose my mind more around whatever freedom we have when we look at what we believe and that we could believe something bigger. All right, so one of the things we definitely want to do is be with people that have conversations where we can, feel like we can talk about spiritual things. Your people, you know them. You want to talk with them. Many of them are here. You also want to learn how to say no to things that clog up your energy and your mind, and that is tricky. But Gandhi has a quote here that says, I am not going to let anybody walk through my mind with their dirty feet. All right? And he was in India, so we know that's some work. But we get it, right? You know, there's a no that we have to say to lose our mind and free our soul. Don't you notice there might be groups you were involved with or things you were doing that they just don't feel alive to you anymore. And you need to say no. And that's tricky for those of us that really, have our to-do list all piled up and, I've got to be a blessing to the world. That means I got to be busy. We've seen the bumper sticker that says, Jesus is coming back, look busy. What? So we want to get out, free our mind and lose our mind from that. The other piece is to stay alive, get some humor around things. That is so important. You can look at your resistances and kind of laugh at them. I seem to have a little resistance of going the speed limit all the time. All the time. I'm like, everybody else is passing me. What's going on here? Or I went to visit a friend, and the whole thing in her neighborhood is 25 miles an hour. I'm like, really? So here I go. I'm like, I'm getting to see the flowers, aren't I? Here's the flowers. We're going 25 miles an hour. But where's our resistance? When we stand in lines, right? Anybody like a line? It's tricky, but you can like a line. You can just breathe. Let's do a breathe. Just breathe. And pay attention to it. Almost immediately, what you like or don't like about this talk kind of goes away. What you don't like about your neighbor kind of goes away. Because you're like, wait, I'm breathing. This is my aliveness right here. And I'll invite you. I've been doing talks for quite a while, and often when people have their eyes closed, I will think they're not interested. maybe it's nap time, I don't know. And so, but what I've learned from some of my friends, and they will say this, I don't know if I believe it, oh, Heidi, I'm meditating during your talk, I'm meditating. So I'm like, okay, I'll take that, it's okay. But what I'd like to practice right now is I'd like for everybody to close their eyes. And we're practicing the idea of listening without looking. What I have learned from my friend Bent, and you'll hear it in a moment, that the looking, the sensing of seeing and looking can be calculating, can be trying to figure things out, but just hearing is a vibrational exchange, and your body processes it differently. Your mind processes it differently. And so just say, thanks, body. I just didn't know how wise and amazing you are. And let's just open our eyes again. And our practice, you see, when you go outside in a garden, if you just close your eyes, it blows your mind how many sounds are going on, right? How many things are happening. I'm not there, and a lot of things are happening. It seems like I should be there to make sure all the birds are chirping at the right time and the flowers are opening, right? But not at all. I realize how powerless I am in a really good way, how big this universe is without my orchestration. And I know we do this more and more, I hope, as we get older, that we really spend time in these places. I mean, you can't all go to Barbara Berger's garden, but it's beautiful. And if we go over to places where we love the space, that love will increase. And your mind might say, we don't have time to do this. We don't have time. Who do you think you are, just hanging out in the park with nothing to do? So leave your phone in the car and go sit somewhere. You know, don't just do something, sit there. And you'll be able to see this silliness that you are. When I'm in a line being impatient, I'm like, there's people that want the same thing you do, Heidi, so just breathe. And I think it's also good not to get on our phones, because that's another way that your mind is engaged. And just breathe and look around. You won't believe how calm you can be inside. Anybody ever gone to a sensory deprivation experience? Like where you lay in that egg with the water? Yeah, you have? You know, it's weird. Like nobody goes, oh, I can't wait to do this. But when you do it, it's like, man, there's so much more to me than my doingness. Okay, the next part of this that is going to be what you all can try to do, and I love it too, is to do something that you've not done before. You know, drive a different way to wherever you're going. Walk a different way. Because when I come in here, I know this place, so I've kind of got a story of what it is. But when you go somewhere new, you have to lose your mind. You have to go by your senses. So I want to tell you something. Things are occurring to you that every time you say, I'd love to do that, I'd like to try that, I'd like to experience that, that's your soul talking, okay? And I started getting, I went to Europe and I wanted to see the tulips, and I did, and it was my lifetime gift I gave myself. I have a lot of other gifts, but the point is, it was wonderful. And I decided, people kept saying to me, talking to me about Italy, and I've told you all I used to live in Italy 40 years ago in this place. And I kept being called to go back to that area, go back to that area. And I was like, by myself? Okay. And I'd been in touch with my boyfriend, who's now married, but he wrote me 10 years ago and said, I married an English woman, I have 2 children, anytime you want to come visit. So I decided to go by myself, and I met Claudio Riso, who I had not seen in 40 years. And it was my mind. I had to lose my mind to experience this next thing. Do y'all have a picture of the two of us? It was totally, totally weird. I don't know if did that work out? Anyway, if they come up, you'll get it. But the point is, have your mind to be able to encounter something that you did 40 years ago and revisit that person, to revisit the 27-year-old, I don't know how I did it. I didn't have a phone, I didn't know Italian, I knew the word cappuccino, the men were good looking, I loved pesto, what's the problem? So I moved over there because I was given a job, but the courage, you know, the soul in us, and you've all done something that was like blew your mind. And when you go back, you go, oh, that's still part of me. And I met with Claudio, and I met his beautiful wife, who's British, and then these beautiful children, teenagers. And as we were all eating together, I had the thought, had I not left Italy, none of these people would be here. You know, right? And it's weird to think how fascinating it is. Every choice you make, every move you make affects the world. And it's for good if it's for good for you. I never couldn't get the Italian. I didn't want to sit around and smoke cigarettes after dinner forever, and I just couldn't seem to get the whole thing. So I left. Today I could go back. But what is so interesting, this young man, now he's old man, but he calls himself provincial, because he's from this area where not many people visit. And when he left, I was leaving to go get a job as a flight attendant, and he tells me at the Genoa airport, as I'm leaving, he says, Heidi, I can't get on an airplane. I'm too afraid to fly. I'm like, what? I mean, how is it that I don't know this about you? I'm gonna go be a flight attendant. And the whole point was we could fly together. You know, marry me, fly free, all that stuff. Come on. Anyway, I go back to Genoa. This man has still never been on an airplane. And he says, I take the train to England. And his children are laughing at him. His wife is laughing at him. But the point is, this man is so in his soul. Do you see? He goes, I don't want to get on a plane. I take the train. And this is what's funny. He still doesn't speak very good English, although everybody around him does. And he says, I said, don't they check your passport on a plane, on a train even? He goes, yes, they come in and they want my footprint. And we're all looking at him, and his children start laughing, and they were like, thumbprint, Dad, thumbprint. But we are all so funny, right? I don't know when I've been more engaged in a conversation, because it came from in me, and people were talking about it, and I found a picture of us 40 years ago, and everything. I had to lose my mind because I couldn't figure out how it was going to work. But it did. And the point is, this is our opportunity, y'all, is to really, what is calling me? It might be something really simple, like driving differently, or maybe eating something that feels more alive and well for you, or saying no to a group that's not your gig anymore, right? It's all of that, but what you'll feel is a greater sense of your soul. And what we're doing on Mondays with Bent, if he can take off the point is, this man has been a sound engineer or in the sound business since he was 15. He's Danish. Nobody can pronounce his last name, I promise you. He'll come over but the idea is that his company is called Vision Ears, because what we're doing, my friends, when you closed your eyes and listened, is how to see through your hearing. And that's what we're doing on Monday nights, is having an experience. He's calling it Memorable Mondays. I think he should call it the science of sound, but that's just me and my big mouth. But I wanted you to explain what you're talking about when you say there's a field, and you've got like 1 or 2 minutes, but to tell us about this field when we close our eyes and we're just listening with our ears. What do you think is happening? What would you say is happening? Because I love the way. Tell us how to say your last name first.
Myggen.
There you go. Can we all do it?
Or you can also go Hansen. I was born and raised Hansen. My family, for some odd reason, changed the name halfway through my life, which was a consternation for me. But
You come stand here. What do you
Anyway,
think is happening when we're just hearing and not seeing?
well, first of all, you're using the eyes is logic. It's what's real. It's what I can eat, what comes at me fast, and I should get out of the way. All that stuff that keeps you alive. Hearing is your radar. First of all, you have 360 sense. Instantly you can tell if something's snipping over here or what. I can explain some of it, but it's an absolute miracle how you can hear anything at all. But it is also something your body receives. Your body receives the vibration. Music and sound is a form of touch. So your body senses the energy that the musician puts into the strings. We are, as human beings, as a species, we're incredibly well tuned for microtonal perception and dynamics and everything else. So we're suited. Our ear is tuned to frequencies, to music, to octaves. It is separate. The hairs in the cochlea, I can go on forever, and I will if you don't get me out of here.
Yes, I'm looking at my last quote.
So it's a magical space. It's another dimension, I call it. And music is the language within that dimension. Music's always been around. Why? Not because of the sound it makes, not even because of all the pretty melodies and the great words that we can come up with, but because of how it connects us as human beings. It's almost a secret handshake. If you can hear music, you must be human.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, we're going to
And,
be together. He's going to be doing 2 every Monday.
Yeah,
but
I'm doing.
next Monday he's with Reagan.
Reagan.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's also about sound because it's meditation, and I'll be doing live music with Reagan Thompson. Then Tuesday we have Amy Bacella,
The
who's going to
bowls.
be doing bowls, and that's another form of sound healing.
And then
And
June
then you and
8th,
I,
we're going to do our
we're
thing.
gonna
Well, a
do
little
that.
bit of movement, but what the transformation is we can have words up here, but the transformation is on the inside.
Is taking it in, yeah.
Is taking it in.
Yeah. You can dance. If you can stand still and listen, then you're dancing.
There he goes. Yes, yes.
So come and stand still with us.
Come and stand still with us. I love that. I love that. Thank you, Bent. Yes, we have everyone in this place. Anyway, come be with us because this is where, when I started to think of how can I change my life and how can I really integrate all these things that I've been talking about for years, it's really a sweetness and a gentleness and a kindness that we're giving to ourselves. So the opportunity to really even see yourself as a youngster. I have this picture now. I guess she's 7, my Heidi. And when I look at her, I always go, so are we lined up with fun? Because this little kid in you knows every time. All right, so I want to close with one of our well, we know the experience from Lao-Tzu is that your awakening is the greatest gift you give to anyone. Oh, this is Oliver Wendell Holmes says, as far as this new idea, a man's mind, woman's too, is stretched by a new idea or sensation and never shrinks back to its former dimensions. So every time we're learning, we are expanding our mind. And finally, Ernest Holmes says, for the only God that you and I will ever know is the one we embody. Never forget that. So let's lose our minds and find our soul. And I'm honored to be here with you all. And so it is, yes.
Thank you, Reverend Heidi. Let's give her a little more love. That was a wonderful, wonderful talk. I'm going to practice losing my mind today. Yeah. So this is all cool, isn't it? It's something new. Wow. I like it. Okay, so this is the time that we celebrate our abundance. We know that we are literally swimming in a sea of abundance. Abundance is everywhere. And the secret about abundance is that we need to focus on our gratitude about the abundance that we have in our lives. So I would like for all of you to take the gifts that you are going to give today, take those into your heart and have gratitude for the abundance that you have today, right now in this place. Unity teaches that we have this divine energy of abundance within us. So take it into your heart as the ushers come forward, and the Unity singers are going to serenade you with have a little love in your heart, a lot of love. Need a mic here. Here we go. Okay, if the ushers will come forward. And let's say their blessing together for this offering. If we have that slide, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that we are, all that we have, all that we share, and all that we receive. Yes, and thank you so much for your gift. I forgot to say that we are using a new processing service for online giving. It's called Zephy. We will be phasing out PayPal, and the other one we were using was Givelify. So if you have either of those, you're going to want to go in and disable, however you do that, disable the one that you're using and go to our website and sign up for Zephy. I will caution you that Zephy is different, and it'll automatically want to have you pay the processing fee of 20%. When I first saw that, I was a little put off, and you may also, but you have the option, you can do that, and you have the option to choose other, and you can choose any percentage that you want to pay that processing fee, 2 or 3%, up to, I guess, 100%. That would be interesting. Anyway, I just want people to know about that because it could be a little off-putting. Our goal is to ultimately have everybody signed up for automatic giving so that we pay 100% of our expenses. We fund 100% of our expenses every month through automatic giving. So that's our goal. Ready, set, go. Okay, well, announcements. So as you know, today is Buffet Sunday, and for you people who are new, lunch is on us. You can check out the board out there to see what kinds of wonderful things they are serving today. This is an important announcement. Every 3 years, per our Unity membership policy, every 3 years people have to not renew your membership, but tell us that you want to continue your membership. So there is a table set up for you. Go and check. If you are a member, go and check off your name. Make sure that we have all of the correct information about you. We are going to be transitioning over to a new data program. And so we want to be able to input all the correct information into there. And we will be sending you more information about membership through the email. So please sign up or check that out. We will be doing this for the renewal period that will run until June 21st. So you have a few weeks to do that. Joanne Deck, I'm delighted to see that name here. I know I saw Joanne somewhere. If you want to stand up, Joanne. Joanne is with Partners in Caring, and she will be presenting at noon today. She's going to present a presentation on community volunteering. What a wonderful gift that you're bringing to us. So thank you, Joanne. And other events that are right around the corner. Actually, Ben told you about the Memorable Monday that's happening tomorrow with Brent and Reagan, Amy Batchelor on Tuesday, and then Vibrant Living is on, we got a lot going on. Vibrant Living this week is on Wednesday, and will feature Gregory Coleman. That'll be at June 3rd at 7 p.m. And I'd like to invite Gregory up to just tell us a little bit about what he will be presenting. Come on up, Gregory. If you want to stay down there, you're welcome to one of those down there, or this is perfect up here.
Thank you so much. Such an honor and a pleasure to be here. This is so out of my wheelhouse, comfort zone. I'm not a public speaker. I work totally, completely under the radar in what I do. What do I do? I'm a medical medium. I'm a medical intuitive. Was born that way. It was recognized about the age of 7. And that's the work that I've done my whole life. guided by Spirit. It's been quite a journey, quite an experience. 1 year ago, approximately 1 year ago, a client came to me, and her name is Suzanne Giesman. You may know her. She was a speaker here. And she came to me. I did a session with her, and she said, "Oh my God, amazing, incredible. I want to do put you on a podcast." So, no, I don't do that. I don't want the spotlight. But I did it. She talked me into it. And as of this morning, it's received 104,000 views. And I presently have a waiting list of over 4,000 people across the world. But that's not what I'm going to talk about on Wednesday. That's who I am. This is what I do. What I'm going to talk about on Wednesday is evidence of spirit. Supernatural things that have happened to me in my life that validate the existence of spirit in all of our lives, whether we see it, recognize it, or not. And I will give you story after story that will make you lose your mind. So I hope you attend, because what you'll get out of it, my hope, your increased faith, trust, and an awareness of how connected we are, and how whatever we're going through, good or bad, Spirit is there with us all the time. All the time. So thank you.
Well, I will definitely be there. Okay, I think we need to go back. No, we don't need to go back. Just a reminder, if you haven't been to our web page, unitysb.org, there's a new song on there, I was just told, a new song on the front page of our website. Check it out. It's supposed to be really, really good. So we invite you to do that. Today there is a celebration of life for our good friend Agris Petersons. Yeah, he was quite an amazing person, bigger than life person. He sang with the Unity Singers, sang with the Edelweiss Choir, singing all over town. I can just see him and hear him. He was an amazing man. So 2:00 today, right here in the sanctuary, and we'll have some refreshments after that service. What was the other thing? It was Agris. Okay. All right, so I think now is the time to have our children come forward, and we're going to sing them in. We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light, in the light. Hi there. Yay. Okay, so I'd like to once again thank Reverend Heidi for a great message today. Thank our band. You guys are always great as usual. Thank our AV team in the back. And we want all of you to have a very, very wonderful day and wonderful week of losing your mind. So now let's join hands and let's sing our peace song. And now, peace happens every day. Let's do our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. Have a wonderful day.